So, are you pouring money into your ads but just not seeing the results you want? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. The real secret to a profitable ad campaign isn't just about throwing more money at it. It's all about precision. It's about control. Okay, let's dive right in and I'll show you exactly how to get that control back over your ad spend.
Here's a question I bet every single advertiser has asked themselves at some point. Why am I paying for clicks from people who aren't even looking for my product? It is without a doubt the #1 way money gets wasted in pay-per-click advertising. And you know what? It all comes down to a really common misunderstanding of how search ads actually work.
Okay, so picture this. This is where it all goes wrong. You tell Google, hey, I want to show up for anyone searching for red Nike shoes. But then you end up paying for a click from someone who's actually looking for red shirts. Now, they're probably not going to buy your shoes, right? But it's too late. You've already paid for that click. This is the exact problem we're going to solve.
To fix this, we really have to understand the difference, this gap, between two super important concepts: the keywords that you choose and the search terms that people are actually typing into that little search box. That gap, well, that's pretty much where your money just vanishes.
First up, let's talk about search keywords. This is your side of the equation. These are the words you've picked out, the phrases you believe your perfect customer is going to use to find you. You're basically telling the ad platform, when someone searches for this, I want you to show them my ad. Simple enough, right?
But then, you've got search terms. This is the user side of things, and let me tell you, it can be wild and unpredictable. This is what people actually type. And as we just saw, what they type and what you targeted can be two completely different things. And that, my friends, is where the trouble begins.
And this right here, this is the whole game. Your entire goal is to shrink that gap. You want to make the connection between your keywords and the user's search terms as tight as possible. And the tools you use to do that, they're called match types.
So think of match types as your control panel for your ad budget. They're basically the rules you get to set. They tell the ad platform just how much freedom it has when it's trying to match your keywords to what people are searching for. And trust me, getting this right is everything.
Let's use an analogy to make this crystal clear. Imagine you're fishing. Broad match is like throwing out a giant, massive net. You'll catch a ton of stuff, for sure, but most of it's going to be seaweed and old boots you don't want. Phrase match, that's like using a smaller, more specialized net. An exact match? Well, that's like spear fishing. You're going after one specific fish with absolute precision.
And this chart just lays it all out beautifully. So up top, you've got broad match. That's your giant net. Notice there are no symbols, no restrictions. You bid on red Nike shoes, and boom, you're showing up for red shirts. You get massive reach, but practically zero control. Then in the middle, you have phrase match, which you signal with quotation marks. Now, this requires the meaning of your keyword to be in the search. So something like sneakers by Nike in red could trigger your ad. This is a fantastic balance. And finally, at the bottom, there's exact match, which you put in brackets. This is your spear. It only targets searches with the exact same meaning, giving you total control, but with a much narrower reach.
Okay, so we've talked about catching the right kind of traffic. But what if you want to go on the defense? What if you want to build a fortress around your budget and just actively block the bad clicks from ever happening? Well, that's where your ultimate shield comes into play.
And that brings us to this incredibly powerful tool: negative keywords. Seriously, think of this as your do not show list. You are explicitly telling Google, look, if a person's search includes this word, I don't care what else they type, under no circumstances do you show them my ad. It is the single most powerful way to stop wasting money, period.
And the best part, using them is a super simple, repeatable process. First, you dive into your search terms report. That's where you see what people are actually typing. Second, you hunt for all the irrelevant stuff. Words like free or jobs, or in our example, shirts. Third, you just add those words to your negative keyword list. And finally, you get to sit back and stop paying for those useless clicks forever.
So you've got all these amazing tools. How do you actually put it all together to create a winning ad strategy? Well, it's not really about picking just one match type and sticking with it. It's about using the right tool for the right job at the right time.
Here's your game plan, your cheat sheet. Use broad match, but do it carefully. Maybe give it its own campaign with a really small budget just to discover some new search ideas. Use phrase match as your day-to-day workhorse. It's got that great balance of traffic and relevance. Then use exact match for your absolute best keywords, the ones you know make you money and where you want total control. And the most important rule of all, use negative keywords across all of your campaigns all the time to constantly trim the fat.
And when you get this, I promise, everything changes. You fundamentally alter your relationship with advertising. You're no longer just spending money and crossing your fingers. You are now making precise, strategic investments that are designed to get you a return.
So now you have the toolkit, you have the strategy. The only question left is what's the first piece of junk you're going to block from your campaigns? Go on, pull up your search terms report. You can start saving money right now.